This is going to be a review of a full speed track, Chariot of Fire V3 by MarCJ3. Don't know how to pronounce it again. Should just assume that at this point that all the pronunciations are going to be wrong. But it's one of this person's first full speed tracks, I believe, so let's check it out. This is a new thing that I'm trying, map reviews as YouTube videos. If you want to see your track reviewed, you can join Discord and post it there. I will note that the purpose of these reviews is not to determine how good the tracks are, but rather to give feedback to the mapper and ideally to help other people who are viewing and interested in mapping. The point is to identify areas for improvements, make suggestions for how maps could have been built differently, and allow future maps to avoid making the same mistakes. Everything I say is based on my own opinion and what I expect other skilled players to take issue with. Most of the commentary will be done in free camera after I get a decent run. I spent about 10-12 minutes playing this track, and I will cut out most of it, because I think it is valuable to see the track driven in the review, but I am mostly silent in formulating my thoughts while driving. I'm going to try making more of these with other people on mic, and hopefully that will work out a bit better. Enjoy, and I hope you learned something. Okay, that's not the line at the ending. Bad wall entry, but the rest of that was decent. Whoa, that was really close to the edge there. Okay, so the start is kind of boring, but I think it's fine. I will note that when you have these red boosters here, when you have them at the start, you can gain a decent amount of time and distance just by touching the booster slightly sooner, so that can be a little annoying, so that's just a nitpick, but you can keep that in mind. This jump is not a very smooth landing. You end up having to wobble left and right in order to kind of land in an SD and go over here. You can place some, like, kind of those shallow ramps, you know, the black ones or the vanilla ones that go down to a level lower. You can place them in free mode on top here, and then you'll have like a smoother landing to land on, and then it would make this better. This SD mostly works. This tube is okay. As far as this freewheel section goes, there's not really much going on here. Like, if you're going to add freewheel, especially to a fest, you should have a reason for doing it. And I'm not sure there is one here, because you kind of just drive in a straight line until you get to the next part. This thing is fine. These speed drifts are fine. Probably some of the better ones in the map, actually. Trying to manage the angle and the exit of this wall ride is really weird because of the plastic in the reactor. You have to steer aggressively into it and hope that you're getting the exact angle. And with plastic, when you get that exact angle, you're way faster. So I would suggest basically never having quarter pipes like this where you drive along them in any off-road surface. You should basically only be building these on road unless you have like a really good reason. So, like, this being plastic is okay. That doesn't really matter that much, but you should definitely have these quarter pipes in road surface. And then if you want to, you can make these plastic at the end down here. This loop is, like, I know me hating loops is kind of a meme, but this loop is really long. And also, I'm pretty sure you can just shortcut it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know how I didn't notice that when I was driving, but you can definitely just drive across here. So yeah, don't make loops this big, because they're just kind of boring. Straight line. And definitely avoid this. I might just grab the world record with a shortcut doing that. Again, this could have been better as a smoother landing, although it is worth noting it would probably be harder to calculate it, because you're going a lot faster and there's a lot more difference in speed compared to the start. You can download items that are like 2-block versions of the ramps, and then those would be easier to line up, and if you need help with finding the exact distance, you can submit it to someone to test, like Chroma or someone in the FSF Discord. The problem with these plastic wall rides on full speed is that when you exit them, it's really hard to not overslide. Like you saw that in a lot of my runs. I was overdrifting a lot. And like, yeah, that was kind of skill issue because I was new to the track, but you do need to like time the counter steer and it's somewhat inconsistent. These STs are okay. This wall ride. At least the lines that I was taking, it felt like I wanted to go a lot flatter here than trying to go way up there. It seems like you calculated it more for like driving from over here and then driving up. I would have maybe block this one down so that you don't clip on this corner, and then probably move this all down a couple blocks, like down to this level or so. And the ending is kind of hard to judge, but it does work. I'm not sure if this is a great finish, but I don't think it's particularly terrible either. I feel like it could make some people upset when they miss it though, if that's something you care about. So, I had a lot to say, but I assume this is one of your first FS tracks. So I kind of wanted to kind of talk about everything. Yes, these are mostly fine, actually. I guess that it helps that you added a lot of space. But they're not uncalculated STs for the most part. I think they're all pretty good, except for maybe the exit ST here. You don't have to like overdrift anywhere, so that's good. You got that going for you. And there are some like this is nice. This is nice. This is probably the best part of the map, where you go up in the magnet. I don't really love this kind of feature, but it's fine. That's just my personal preference. And then these STs are nice here. In a way, this wall ride also kind of makes you go up higher than you would expect, but I don't think it's actually bad here, unlike the end. It's just kind of an uncommon way of making a wall ride. So hopefully that helps. Oh wait, I'm gonna give the world record the shortcut first before I leave. See, like I'm you basically have to guess at how far you're gonna wobble. Are you kidding me? I forgot to drive the shortcut again. Wait, is there a checkpoint at the top? Oh, there's a checkpoint at the top of the loop. Okay. I guess we can't shortcut. Unlucky.